Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane Car, and behind me, the 2017 Nissan Rogue. And one thing we like to do at TFL Car is go off-road with crossovers, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to test its all-wheel drive system up here in the Rockies, and that is coming up next. Ooh, it's nice and warm. This is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's fairly beefy. It puts out 170 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque. It's fed to the front wheels via a Xtronic or continuously variable transmission, a CVT. But because it's all-wheel drive, it's able to allocate some power to the rear wheels. Now, combined, this engine combination gets 28 mpg. Pretty impressive. So we're going up the snowy hill. It's got snow and ice. So far the tires are doing a really good job. Now the system is locked up. Basically it's just constantly sending power now to the rear wheels instead of waiting for the front end to slip. And it really doesn't seem to mind this type of terrain at all. Ice hasn't been much of a problem. There's only been minimal slippage on a hill that I thought would cause some serious slip. It's interesting. Yeah, I just hit the brakes. Probably went an extra 6 feet before everything kicked in and stopped the vehicle. These are called Bridgestone Ecopias. I hope I'm saying that right. And they're mounted on actually pretty nice looking 19-inch wheels. They're mud and snow tires, but have a close look at the sidewall. Now, we've done very light off-roading so far, but one of the things that you encounter are rocks. And because of that, as you can see, these rocks have been marring up the outside of the sidewall. If you're serious about going off-road, even light off-roading, it's always a good idea to get an off-road tire, and part of the reason why is because they usually have thicker sidewalls, which will get hit by rocks. I really like what Nissan's done with the interior. It's so much nicer than the last model, and that's really one of the main updates, other than the fact that there is a hybrid that is available. Well, it will be available in a few months. Let's see, they start at just under 24,000, front-wheel drive base model. Then you go all the way up to this one, fully loaded, out the door, 31.3. That's not bad. The competitors, think about it this way: the Honda CR-V, the Toyota RAV4, the Ford Escape, the Mazda 5, CX-5, they all compete with this vehicle. And the problem for Nissan was that their vehicle was a little bit on the older side, while both Toyota and Honda were either doing major updates or new engines, and everything else. So yeah, this refresh that they've done, including the fact that they've actually now have a version of this that has a hybrid system, is noteworthy. Ready? All right, let's do this. Well, it's definitely kicking up a little bit of snow. Struggled a little tiny bit, but it locked up and went. So the difference here is that the rear end is already locked up, so it doesn't have to worry about waiting for the wheel slippage. It already is getting power allocated to it. So it should be almost instantaneous. Okay, here we go. Interesting. So what it was doing was it was attacking it with both the rear wheels, moving it, and with the ABS triggering various wheels that were slipping, making sure that the right wheels gripped. And it did it very efficiently. I don't think there was much wheel slippage at all. It's not every day that we get an opportunity to go off-road, especially in a crossover. So every time we get that chance, it's a small adventure and it's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me. For Andre behind the camera and Nathan right here, don't forget to go to tflcar.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. We'll see you next time.